Hello, good evening, good morning, and good night to everyone, depending on when you're watching this video. So, I have this PC right here. This is a, I can't tell you what model exactly. I used to know, but, well, it's not really that computer anymore, but it's an emachines case, I guess you could say. So let's stand this thing up. So yeah, we got an emachines here. Pretty goddamn neato. So, yeah, I stuck a little Apple sticker on the side there. Because, one time when this thing actually had the, old parts inside of it, it, ran Hackintosh. I don't know, maybe I'll run Hackintosh, like, OS 10.6 on here again. So, let's get started with the back. We got a, backing plate for the motherboard. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, and we have a 350 watt Antec, what's it called? Antec power supply. But I wasn't forgetting about the word power supply. I was remembering what model it was. And here's an internal wireless card that I added in, XP Pro. Yeah, but what really matters is what's inside of here. And what's inside this machine right now is not original. Nothing in this machine is original except for the CD drive. Because if I put another CD drive in, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't look quite right because that CD drive matches the case. So let's open it up. All right, so we have lots of shit here. I really don't think you can see anything, and please excuse my terrible camera work, but everything inside here has been replaced. There's a new motherboard. The motherboard is the... get the box for this. Sorry. The BioStar P... wait, not... sorry, I'm used to putting P in front of a motherboard, but BioStar 945 GC M4. It's the only motherboard that I could find that supports a socket 478 processor and has a PCI Express slot. In fact, it's the only reason I pretty much built this computer was to get a PCI Express slot. Right, so what this thing used to have in it was a crappy Intel motherboard with a Celeron D processor, and don't be fooled, it's not dual core. But as like a Pentium D is dual core, but this is not dual core. So I bought, actually for free off PrizeRebel.com, I ordered a Pentium 4 hyper-threaded 512 kilobytes of L2 cache, running at 2.4 gigahertz. Yeah, but this thing actually used to have a fan assembly inside of it. As you can see, it's a bare heatsink. Basically, what it was there was this heatsink, but there was a fan on top of it, and then this cone thing to suck in air from the outside on the vent that's on the side right here. But so it was like a little tiny, like 60mm fan. This thing wasn't even 80mm like this one is, because I know this one's 80, you know. But yeah, so it worked perfectly on the old motherboard, but you know, on this motherboard it wouldn't go below the fan speed. It would stay at 4,800 rotations per minute, and that was a major problem. This thing was way too loud. I couldn't keep this thing operating regular. It kept the thing cool, but sadly it just was way too loud for me to sustain. So what I did was I did a little bit of case modding, got the trusty Dremel tool out, and I added this to the side. It's a 120mm fan, and whenever you close the case, this essentially lines up with this right here, keeping the CPU at a good, on idle, 26 degrees Celsius. So, yeah, I had the little plate thing here. But I got the Dremel tool, and then this vent thing was already here, like I said, and, you know, just blows air into the CPU while also cooling the system a little bit. And then I got the, oh, that's what it's called, basic power, 350 watts, Antec. I had this thing lying around, wanted to use it. And video card, yeah, that's the main highlight. I bought this to get a video card. This motherboard to get a video card, and this is a GeForce. Oh crap! Oh wait, never mind. GeForce 9400 GT. I picked this card up for $28 at Fry's Electronics. It's good for you know, Team Fortress 2 and stuff like that. Just a little bit of thought here. You might want to install your video drivers with this thing. Here's a wireless card. It's a Netgear WG311V3. It's got the little antenna extension sticking in the back here. So there's the DVD drive is perhaps the only original part inside here. So yeah, that's a DVD drive. Hard drive. This thing had an 80 gigabyte hard drive in it originally. This is a 320 gigabyte, I believe, Seagate? No, Western Digital hard drive. And it's connected via a SATA. So, and it has a floppy drive in it, but it's not connected to the motherboard because BioStar's a bunch of dickheads and they put this freaking port down here and floppy up there, so yeah. And yeah. Also, this fan right here, I reversed it around so it actually blows into the case instead of blowing out. And the hard drive. Now, this thing is good for Windows 7, surprisingly. I mean, it runs Windows 7 just fine. I've tested it, Arrow works out and everything. Plays games okay. I mean, it played Team Fortress 2 at, 20 FPS, which, I don't know. It's playable, but definitely not good looking. It was on high, by the way, all high, 20 FPS. But, this thing I put XP on. Now, I got a blue screen the first time, but, I mean, I got one blue screen, and then after that, it ran stable. It ran so stable. I did a lot of like benchmarking on it. Not heavy benchmarking, of course. The benchmarking that could actually be used at the time this came out. Like, for example, like this computer might have been good when Half-Life 2 was a benchmark. I don't know. So, let me just close this bitch up. And so I benchmarked Half-Life 2 on it. And the Half-Life 2 ran pretty good. Alright, sorry for the sudden change in lighting. My camera is extremely fucked up. But let's boot this up. It's going to be a bit loud on camera, but it's really a lot quieter in real life. Really tolerable sound. It's not like annoying sound, it's just a bit loud. There's that 2.4 gigahertz Pentium 4. And this is a pretty generic BIOS. CPU temperature right now is at 17 degrees. I guarantee you that it's going to creep up to about 20 to 40, even sometimes up to 50 degrees. There's Windows XP. So as you can probably tell by the parts inside here, perfect XP machine, absolutely perfect XP machine. Yeah, so it doesn't take that long to boot it up. So, I got the Zune theme on here. It's my favorite XP theme. So, yeah, this is just a Dell 15-inch monitor that I got for $20 at a Goodwill. Okay, I understand my fucking new hardware is ready to use. Alright. Yeah, I just got these, surprisingly, these are actually the speakers that came with this emachines when when my dad bought it. This computer is about $600. So, yeah, perfect monitor for XP in my opinion, perfect processor for XP, even a really good video card in my opinion just for XP. I mean, the 9400 GT plus a monitor at 1024 by 768 equals like sweetness right there. So, thanks for watching this video. Be making more videos soon, commentaries, PC videos, shit like that. So, I'll be seeing y'all.